Hi, in this video we're going to get started with basic editing and using the stock media in WeVideo. So once you start your edit in WeVideo, you're probably going to see something like this. You're going to see it's going to be a blank timeline down here. You're going to see this black screen. This is where you're going to preview what you're making, and you're going to have these menus over here. So the one thing I want to point out right away, because I tend to forget about this being a person who uses Google a lot, is this menu right here where there's a save option. I want you to be aware of this, that you should save every once in a while when you're working on WeVideo. It does automatically save, but sometimes I've run into situations where I didn't save it and then I lost the last thing that I changed. So just be aware of this under this menu. So when you're working on your video, we're going to start with the stock media. So click on the stock media to get access to the media that comes in WeVideo. You can use any of this in your project as long as your teacher says that you're allowed to do that. And it automatically does a search for you the first time you click on it. You can change that up. I'm going to look up Paris. So WeVideo comes with videos, images, or audio on board that you can use. Any of these results I can see have a time on here, 7 seconds. That means it's a video. So I can find maybe videos that I want. I can click on it and I can see the preview on the right-hand side. So maybe this is something that I want to use. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to drag it down to the timeline. So the timeline, look, yeah, try it again. It turned green when it liked where it was going. You want to put the video or pictures on the video type of timeline. You don't put those on audio. So here I can see on my timeline that I have the video that I selected, and I'm at the very beginning of the timeline. It says 00, and you can see the way that the time is laid out here. Like this is 20 seconds into the video, and I still have this video showing. If I wanted to preview it, I could click on the space bar on my Chromebook or Mac or whatever computer I'm using, and now I can see the way that this video is in my video. I could also look for something else. Maybe I want a picture next. So I could kind of rifle through this list because it has everything in it, or I could just choose images. So it's looking at the images that correspond to the search of Paris. Maybe I want to include this, okay, and I like it, so I'm going to drag it down to my timeline. And I advise you to put most of your content on video 1. This is where you're going to assemble a lot of the content. Anything that you put on video 2 would be something like a title, something that you want floating on top of the other video. So this is sort of the backdrop. So I get to this picture and maybe I want to change this up a little bit. So let's talk about some basic editing. So first off, let's look at this clip. Maybe this is a little bit too long for me and I don't want that much in it, but I do like, parts of it. So I could shorten it by clicking on it once and you can see that it's orange. Then I could put my cursor all the way to the edge of it, and maybe I want to, make it short and not have this back part of it. So I click on it, and you can see how the other thing became selected there. Click on it. I'm clicking down on my trackpad and dragging to the left. So it made the clip a little bit shorter than the original clip as it was brought in. Okay. Another way I could edit this is I could put the playhead where I want to split it. Maybe I want to split it up Okay, here I want to definitely click on it so it's orange. And then I can use the little scissor here to split the clip into two. So I'm going to click on that scissor, and now you can see that it's two different clips. I could retain this and keep this, or I could click on the backspace button to get rid of it. So I've done a couple of different things to edit this so far. Then if I want the picture to be the next thing that comes in the video, I could drag it over to the edge, and now when I do a preview, it goes right to that picture. But maybe I don't like the way this picture is because, for example, I don't like this black on the sides. So I can double click the picture, and this is another way that you can edit. You can change the picture up a little bit, like you can rotate it, you can flip it. This is going to be a prime example where I want to do the fit. So if I click on fit, and then I choose to have it expand a little bit, it kind of made it the whole frame, maybe, and then I can go over here and with my cursor and drag it to the part that I want to show in the picture. You can crop it, you can animate it. So what that means is sort of your Ken Burns effect, like maybe you want to pan over the picture in a certain way as it is progressing on the screen. So maybe if I use this, I start the picture in this position, okay? And then when I click on end, maybe I want it to end here. So it's going to start here, and then it's going to pan till you see that part of the picture. You can change the color, anything, the brightness, and then here's where you would use color keying. I won't get into this in this video, but you could have a green screen effect. But then when I'm done, I can click on Save Changes to get out of it. And let's see how that editing went to play. So I'm going to put my Playhead anywhere, but I'm going to click on the space bar, and then you can see how it's moving. See how the animated took place. So that's a basic, some basic editing techniques that you can use in WeVideo. And then you want to watch the next video about adding your own content.